Hi, this is Kelly. So I wanted to share with you something today. So I live off the grid between Alaska and Montana and anywhere else in between in the world I might be. So I have a mountain house lasagna. I don't usually eat a lot of mountain house, but that's about all I had today for substance. So what I'm going to do is add to it some fiddleheads here. And if you're not familiar with fiddleheads, they're one of my favorite wild edibles in the spring. And you can cook them and add them to your meals, or you can eat them raw with salad. Some people say that there's too much acid in them to devour them without cooking, but I find them fine. So I've got a few fiddleheads here, and to the fiddleheads and the mountain house I'm going to add any other springtime wild edibles that I find. And I'm actually looking for some Devil's Club in the spring. It works out really well. And my mountain house is still cooking. I just heated it up in a microwave at work. And so I'm going to be utilizing that here in just a second. So it's still in the stage of kind of cooking inside the bag. So here's a little bit more fiddleheads. What is a fiddlehead? Well, it's the fern frond. It looks a lot like a fiddle, and it has a little pith on it right now. They actually smell really good and very distinctive as well. So I'm walking down towards the sea coast, and I'm hoping I can find some Devil's Club as I get down here a little bit farther. But there's some other springtime edibles that I'm excited about. I just passed some actually, and I'm gonna see if I find some more here in an area where it might be a little bit better to film. Wow, there's a lot of fiddleheads on this trail. So I just saw some wild cucumber. Okay, perfect. So here's some wild cucumber, some other wild greens that I can add to my mountain house meal. And when they're young like this, they're perfect. Wild cucumber also has several other names when it gets in the berrying stage. The bearing of berries stage, I guess, is a good way to put it. And so for right now, I'll refer to it as wild cucumber because it makes an excellent wild green. So yeah, in my hand I've got some nice lovely wild greens. So not only are wild edibles edible for survival, they're also great for just everyday life, and I add them to my organic diet. So right here I have some plantain, and I haven't even walked down this trail yet this year. So this is all stuff that once you can identify, it's just so easy to find here in the wild. And maybe while this is still pretty hot, I'm going to add it to my mountain house meal. So plantain has a lot of great vitamins to it as well. A lot of vitamin C. So this is my lasagna. And to it I'm going to add some wild greens. And I'll mix it up here. And then I'm going to close it back up and let them kind of steam in there. And actually it's okay not to cook them as well, because you actually get more vitamins from wild plants, or any plants, if you don't cook them. I think there's a couple exceptions like carrots and a few other things that are actually healthier once they're cooked. And anything else that might have acids in it, that's the case as well. If the acids are too volatile for your stomach to digest raw, it would be better if they were cooked. Now here's some more wild cucumber. So I'm going to gather that up. And here's a little bit more. And I love wild cucumber because it's so mild tasting and just excellent to eat in a salad. Oh, here's a little bit bigger bit of wild cucumber. Actually, that's not wild cucumber. But wild cucumber is also called twisted stalk. You might have heard of it called twisted stalk. And it's also called watermelon berry. But for today, oh, there's my first Devil's Club. I'll refer to it as a wild cucumber because that's kind of the stage that it's in as a green. Now that Devil's Club didn't have any springtime tips on it. So we'll get down here a little bit closer to the seashore. And in the open areas, more than likely, there'll be some other wild plants that I can add to my mountain house. So even though mountain house by itself doesn't seem like it would be a really healthy thing to eat, when you're living off the grid and camping every day like I am, you need to supplement your diet any way that you can. So, and the more wild plants that I add to my diet, the healthier it is. I love this little area along the seacoast. It's hard in Juneau to get away from people and still be kind of close to civilization, if that makes sense. Like within a 20-minute hike to be away from people, and this is one place I feel I can do so. I don't think I can get down there very easily from here, but we'll see. No, it's a little bit too steep. Okay, so I'm already at 5 minutes and 30 seconds, and in order to upload my video, I'm going to need to keep it fairly short. I was hoping to get some Devil's Club in the mix before I ran out of time, but this is truly a scouting mission, so I haven't been down here at all to scout out where some spring plants might be before now. So I'm not sure if I can fit through here and still get down. We'll see. Ooh, it looks pretty steep. I don't think... No, I'm not going to be able to do this. So I think I'll stop the video now and start it back up when I find some Devil's Club. So there's the first snippet of this 2-part series. Oh my goodness, look at this. Now this is totally an awesome hillbilly find. So here in the woods, I find this random, awesome Cook's Essentials pot. Now what do you think I'm going to do with this? I'm going to clean it up and use it. It's a nice little perfect size for camping. Who knows how or why? Ouch, it ended up here. So sometimes taking the wrong trail is the right trail in hiking and camping and in life. So here's my new heavy, durable cooking pot that I paid $0 for. So I hope you're enjoying yourself wherever you're at, and I wish you good luck in finding a wild treasure today like I have. So goodbye.